नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am JVN Dr.Anamika Ahirwar, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the lecture on the subject System Analysis and Design, and today's session is Feasibility Study. This is of course very important topic. Now these are the following heads which I have covered in this lecture. First, what is feasibility study? Feasibility analysis, key constraints of feasibility study, steps of feasibility analysis. Now let's start. What is feasibility study? Feasibility is basically the measure of how beneficial or practical the development of an information system that will be to an organization, right? And feasibility analysis, this is also very important term, because analysis is very important thing. Until and unless you are not doing analysis better, you can't perform anything perfectly, or whatever you want to, whatever your results are desired. So analysis, you can say, the pillar of the thing. Okay, so feasibility analysis is the process by which feasibility is measured, and the feasibility should be measured throughout the life cycle, right? The scope of complexity of an apparently feasible project can change after the initial problems and opportunities are fully analyzed, or you can say after the system has been charged. Fine. The first feasibility analysis is conducted during the scope definition phase. So this phase is very important because this is the first step, you can say. So at this early stage of the project, feasibility is rarely more than a measure of the urgency of the problem and the first cut estimate of development cost, right? After estimating the benefits of solving the problems and opportunities, analysts estimate the cost of developing the estimated system. Of course, first we plan, then we estimate the cost. Okay, so feasibility analysis usually considers a number of alternative solutions to develop an information system, one of which is chosen as the most satisfactory solution. Feasibility analysis commences once the project goal is set. So first step is you set the project goal, then after do the feasibility analysis. Now feasibility analysis involves basically focus on the what are the user's demonstrable needs, how does a candidate system meet them. Second is what resources are available for given system, is the problem worth solving or not. And the fourth one is what the likely impact of the system on the organization, how well does it fit within the organization. So each of these questions must be answered carefully. They resolve around investigation and evaluation of the problem, identification and description of the system, a specification of performance, and the cost of each system, and final selection of the best system. Okay, So basically the objective of feasibility study is not to solve the problem, right, but to acquire a sense of its scope. During the study, the problem definition is crystallized and accepts of the problem to be included in the system are determined. Consequently, cost and benefits are estimated at this stage. So, these are the key constraints, or you can say categories or considerations. Feasibility analysis involves three key constraints, and these constraints are economic feasibility, technical feasibility, and behavioral feasibility. This we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay. Now comes to the steps of feasibility study. There are basically 8 steps. The first is for a project team and appoint a project leader, okay, which deals the project. In this phase, system study requires project team which consists of analysis and the user staff, where senior system analyst is appointed as project teacher. Sometimes outside consultant and information specialist also join, and the meetings are held to accomplish the mission and to select the best candidate. Progress records are kept to each meeting. Okay, and the next step is prepare system flow charts, because we can easily understand through flow chart. It is visually easy to understand. So here the generalized system flow charts are information oriented charts of first phase, that is system study. This provides input and output in existing system. And the third step is enumerate potential candidate system. In this candidate system is identified which is capable of producing output, right? Another is transformation of logical to physical system model occurs. Then after, hardware is considered here. Okay, so basically three things we have to do in this step: enumerate potential candidate. First, candidate system is identified. Second, transformation, and the hardware is considered, right? So fourth step is describe and identify characteristics of candidate system. Since with the technical knowledge and expertise in hardware and software, it is difficult to judge what a candidate system can and cannot do. So from the considered candidate system, the team begins a preliminary evaluation to reduce it to manageable form. Next is determine and evaluate performance and cost effectiveness of each candidate system. In this step, system performance is evaluated against the system performance requirement. Okay, so according to the requirement we have to evaluate. Okay, so requirement which are collected before feasibility study. In performance, the qualitative measures are taken and the quantitative measures are taken. We are taking both the things, qualitative and quantitative. Okay, so qualitative means on the basis of system accuracy, like growth, potential, and quantitative means on the basis of designing, installing, user training, updating physical facilities. Next step is weight system performance and cost data. In this step, Sometimes it is difficult to determine the best candidate system by measuring the performance and cost thereof. Okay. The seventh step is select the best candidate system. The system with the highest total score is judged the best system and is finally the eighth step, that is feasibility report. In this termination of feasibility study is the feasibility report. Basically, format is prepared, may depend on user and system. Most formats begin with the summary of findings and recommendations followed by documents detail. So these all are the steps of feasibility analysis. So here we end up this lecture, and this is a question for the practice for you students. What is the steps of feasibility analysis? Thank you. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I'll resolve it. Thank you.